All right, says we're live. How's it going tonight, everybody? Uh, it's the 28th of December, 2022. 2023 is right around the corner. So, being basically the end of the year, what else do we talk about? Goals. You should have them. And you need a plan to get them, to accomplish them. I didn't do a very good job of promoting this one. I said last week I was going to do it, but I was busy working on my own goals, scheduling out my launch of my. I'm frozen here. Shit. What's going on? Told me I was hot for Mike, and there's nobody watching, so I don't even know if I have audio. How do I test this? My mic showed it was muted, but yet it said I could be heard before. Audio. Testing. Well, it shows that it's coming in green there. All right, so let's start again. Welcome to tonight's show. I didn't do a very good job of promoting this one, but tonight's show, of course, is goals. It's almost 2023, almost a new year. Going to be a new year in a few days. So, naturally, everybody starts setting goals for the new year. So let's talk about that. How do you set some goals? How do you achieve them? How do you set big goals? Bite off more than you can chew and make the steps necessary to achieve them. So kind of where we'll start is, at least for me, I had some goals for this year and I didn't accomplish them. So once again, like I've always said, success is built on the road to success is built on repeated failure over and over. When you fail, get back up and go again. So I didn't accomplish my goals this year. So I'm setting some new ones for 2023, and they're quite aggressive. They're even bigger than what I set for this year and I didn't accomplish, which is something I think you should do. So if you don't achieve your goals, the ones you set for the next year, they should be bigger. And why should they be bigger? So you get off your ass and try even harder. Because if you didn't reach them, you weren't trying hard enough, and you need to. So that's kind of part of it. So how do you set goals that are too big and set out to accomplish them? Because most people, beginning of the year, most people's goal usually is, lose weight. This time of the year, gym memberships and gym sales are through the roof. And for the next month and a half, I like to work out. Next month and a half at the gym is going to be a pain in the butt because we're going to have all these newbies who don't know how to work out, don't work out consistently. They're all there because they have their great big goal for the new year, and they're going to get in better shape, and they're going to tie up equipment because they're slow at doing exercises because they don't know what they're doing. It's a pain in the butt for somebody who works out all year round. And then in about 6 weeks, it'll die off because people realize it's hard work. Setting a goal and accomplishing it is hard work. It's supposed to be. Why? Because nothing good comes easy. So if you set a goal and it's hard and it's difficult and you're struggling, good for you. You've set a difficult goal that you are going to be proud as hell when you accomplish. So let's talk about some of those. So if your goal is to lose weight, get in better shape, it doesn't need to be New Year's. I'm a shining example of that. I decided in, 2019, that I was sick and tired of being sick and tired of being a fat guy. Didn't want to be that anymore. So I went to work losing weight. I made that decision on October 30th. I stepped on the scale on October 30th. I was 247 pounds. And I was fat. It was gross. I was pissed off. I was almost 250 pounds. I'm not that tall. So that was fat. I decided that was it. I was going to change it. I was going to build muscles. I was going to look good. I was going to have 6-pack abs. Now, when you're a 250-pound fat guy, 6-pound abs is one hell of a goal. You have to understand that that's not something you're going to accomplish in 6 weeks. There is no such thing as a magic fat pill and it's gone. To do this, you've got to take that really big goal, break it into chunks, and move towards those chunks. Celebrate your wins and your successes along the way. Accept your failures, no big deal. Put it behind you, step over it, learn from it, and move forward. So, how did I do it? I decided I was going to go from big fat guy to guy with muscles and abs. So, how do you do that? Because based on my body fat percentage, that meant I needed to get down to about 160 pounds from 250. That's a long way to go. So, step one was I set the goal. I started doing this on October 30th. I set the goal that I was going to make 200 pounds by New Year's. And on December 29th of 2019, I stepped on the scale at 248.7 pounds. I accomplished that. Or sorry, 197.8 pounds. I beat it. I made my 200 pounds by New Year's. That was the first step of the goal. And I celebrated that. It was a great experience. It felt really good. I was happy. Things had changed. But I was still nowhere near a guy with muscles and six pack. Not even close. But I took that big goal and I broke it down. I lost those first 47 pounds, actually 50 pounds. I lost those first 50 pounds hard and fast. Worked my ass off for it because I decided I wanted it. From there, I just kept going, and I was now in shape. I could move and actually exercise and actually do something. So I picked up from walking to actually starting to do a little bit of working out. I didn't go to a gym or anything like that. And so I figured I'm going to start easy. Body weight exercises, something that's simple, that I don't have an excuse of, oh, I just don't feel like going to the gym today. It's body weight. You can do it anywhere. It was push-ups. It started out as crunches because I couldn't do sit-ups. It was pull-ups, squats, body weight squats. I'm trying to even remember what all they were. But I did these every day. And in the first little while, it wasn't very many. It was, like 5 push-ups was all I could muster. And I just kept building from there, Got to the point that I was doing 200 push-ups a day, every day. And I was no longer just doing them like flat and horizontal. I was doing incline push-ups, decline push-ups, all that stuff, and got stronger. And I wasn't doing 200 at once. I was doing, what was I doing? Like 10 sets of 20 or something like that, 25. I'd do 2 sets a day because it felt good to get moving and to lose the weight and to do that. So, it's one thing about setting a big goal and starting to accomplish it is, celebrate your successes and feel good about what you've accomplished along the way. I was still not, looking anything fantastic, but I sure, compared to what I was, a lot better. So take that as the win and move with it. And from there, I was at the point that, all right, now it's time to actually work out. So I bought some dumbbells and I started doing some harder stuff. Finally got to a point that I couldn't do anything anymore. I wasn't seeming to build anymore. I wasn't seeming to lose any more weight, but I'd accomplished something. So as a reward for that accomplishment, I hired a coach to continue on from there. And he came up with some different exercises and some different meal routine and stuff like that. And I pushed through that plateau, lost a bunch more weight, put on more muscle, actually put on quite a bit more, and just kept moving in that direction. So there's one thing about setting goals, really big goals especially, is you're probably going to hit a plateau. You're going to hit a wall, and you're going to have to figure out a way to push through it. These are the things that make you stronger, and these are the things that will actually push you to set bigger goals and to accomplish even more. And these are the things you should be striving to do in life. They're going to build your confidence, everything. Build your confidence, build your income, build your physique, just everything of life, happiness, the whole 9 yards. It's just, life is, I can tell you right now, life is a whole lot better than being a 250-pound fat guy. It's just a better way to be. So from there, I continued lifting, pushing, and I got down to, last summer, I got down to 10% body fat at 170 pounds. I didn't have full 6-pack abs. I had the top 4. The bottom 2 didn't quite come in, probably because I'm old and because I was fat for a very long time. I couldn't quite get past that point. So throughout the next winter, which was last winter, I decided I was going to try and put on some more muscle And I did. I worked hard. So I was in a bit of a calorie surplus, put a little bit more weight back on, but also built muscle at the same time. And this spring in March, I hurt myself. I don't know what it was that I did. My workout was fine. Everything was great. I went to bed. I woke up the next morning and something was pulled in my back and I hurt like hell. And I couldn't work out. I could barely clean up the dumbbells and stuff from the day before. It hurt so bad. So I took about 6 weeks off and felt like I was feeling pretty good. Decided to work out a little bit more. And that time I hurt myself even worse. It was really bad. So I had to set that goal because my goal was, I turned 50 this year. I turned 50 in April. My goal was to be in the best possible shape of my life, 6-pack abs, enjoy summer, get some really good pictures at, looking the best I've ever looked at 50 years old. That was my goal. I didn't accomplish it because of the injury, because of that. No big deal. Move forward. I took 6 months off. I didn't do any weight training or anything. I did a little bit of light cardio, nothing crazy, throughout the summer. And I just started working out again here shortly. So part of my goal, even though I didn't achieve the 6-pack abs goal that I wanted to for this summer, I achieved a goal today. With all the weights and everything that I've got, I bought 2 45-pound plates this summer. And my goal was to get to the point where I had used everything that I had and I needed to actually use those 45-pound plates. And today I accomplished that. So for the first time today, in order to have enough weight on the bar to keep my increases at my current rate, I had to pull those plates down off the shelf or off their hangers and actually put them on. They're not going back. They're staying down and I'm going to use them all the time now. So there you go. Another step and stepping stone. So I didn't accomplish what I wanted to for this year. I'm going to push that off. I'm going to do it next year. That's what I'm going to do. Plan to put on another maybe 10 pounds or so of muscle this winter if I can. Lean back down for summer and going to do what I wanted to do this year next summer. And I'm going to look even better. That's the goal. And with that as well is business. I started a new business this year and it didn't quite get going as well as I had wanted and hoped. Kind of realized it was a bit of not a very scalable direction. And that's sometimes what you do when you set a goal and you start working towards it, is you realize sometimes that there are some goals that you set that when you set them, dog's looking at me, she wants some attention. Sometimes you'll set a goal that when you set them, you don't realize at the time it's actually a goal you don't want until you start working towards it and you get closer to it and you realize that's maybe not really the direction that I want or the thing that I want. And there's a slightly different direction. And that is one of the good things about setting big, lofty goals and going for them is you're going to learn things along the way about yourself, about your goals, about the things that you think you want versus the things that you actually want. And you'll start to pivot and change and adjust your goals, which I've done. So I'm pivoting this business. I have a new direction and it's something that excites me a lot. And I've set an extremely lofty goal for next year. And I plan to generate more net revenue than I have ever made in my entire life next year. That's a lofty goal because I did very, very well in my last business. I'm going to have to work my ass off. But there's something about this, the competition factor of it and all of that, it just gets my juices flowing. So I'm really excited. So part of accomplishing that goal, because it's big, I realized that I'm new. This is a new direction for me. I have a lot to learn. So how am I going to make more money this year than I've ever made before when I'm new starting it? And the last time I made the most amount of money, I had 20 years of experience doing what I was doing. Well, I realized I don't have the knowledge and I don't have the experience, but I can gain it because I've built businesses. I know how to do this. I'm a smart guy. I'm dedicated. I'm relentless. I will go after and I will accomplish what I want to accomplish. I always have with every goal I've ever set. I will eventually get there. Maybe not as soon as I want, but I will get there. So to accomplish this goal, I went out and I found somebody that does what it is that I'm looking to work towards and do, which as soon as I get everything done and set up and rebranded and launched, I will be announcing it here so everybody will know what it is, and the name of the business and how to find me. So I went out and found somebody that's doing it extremely successfully. And I hired this man, and I hired him to be my mentor and my coach for this year. He had a package that he does for guys. I bought 2 of them because one's not good enough. My goal is that much bigger that I wanted twice as much of that guy's time to accelerate my growth to get that much better and that much faster. He just laughed when I did that. He says, nobody's ever done that before. But big goal, we're going to get there. So what did I do to get this? Well, I've broke it down. I plan to make more than I ever have. I know the first half of the year isn't going to be that. So I've taken that entire goal throughout the year and I broke it down into quarters, what I intend to accomplish. What I'm going to do in the last quarter in order to achieve this goal, because I know I'm not going to make that kind of volume of revenue and income in the first quarter. So the last quarter is 4 times the revenue of the first quarter. It means I'm going to have to work my ass off and I'm going to have to get good at it and keep working at it and drive at it. But it's like anything. When you start something that's new and you work at it, you'll get better. You'll get faster. You'll get more efficient. And because I've done this in the past, I'm aware of that. And so I set a big goal and I'm going to go and chase my ass off after it. So anyhow, let me drop the join link if anybody else has some goals or wants to talk about it, because goals for me is a fun topic. I don't even have my banners running. Let me throw one up there. There we go. So part of this relentless drive, doing what I'm going to be doing on that direction, it's going to be a lot of dedication. It's going to require a lot of my time. So part of some things might change a little bit in my life. The direction of this channel might change because part of my goal is also to grow this channel, which I got it up and running this year. That was something I wanted to do, and I accomplished that one. I was hoping to have 100 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm a little bit short of that. So if you know anybody else that you think could use some good content and, some good advice and grow in life, please share this, because I'm close, but I'm 12 or 13 subscribers away, something like that. So not quite going to get there this year by the looks of it, but hey, we tried. So because of the direction that I'm going with the new business and that, I might shift the channel a little bit. Might try a few things. Might try a few silly things and have a little bit of entertainment part go along with the whole education and whatnot part. Just try something different. Throw stuff at the wall, see what sticks. See if we can't get a little bit of growth going. I've dropped the join link if anybody wants to call in and talk goals or share what their goals were for this year, if they accomplished them. If you are, great. Please definitely call in. Let's cheer and celebrate some people accomplishing their goals. I love doing that. I like to see people set goals, set big goals, and accomplish them. And I mean, it's that's something to be proud of. And I always look to celebrate that. Anybody's goals, no matter what they are, big, small, let us know. I've got one young guy in my networking community. He set himself a pretty big goal for this year, and he intends to chase it pretty hard, and I'm proud of him. I hope he does it. I'm going to cheer him on. I'm going to support him. I'm going to kick his butt every step of the way to try and get there. And if I can help him out to get there, I will, which is a part of what my channel and my community is all about, is it's guys helping each other. So if you've got a goal or something you want to accomplish, you aren't quite sure how you're going to do that, join us, because there might be guys in our group that know how to do it. We've got business guys, we've got salespeople, we've got people in software service industry. So there might be people there that have ideas about what you're trying to accomplish that can give you tips and advice to get there, or can keep you on track, keep you focused. There's one thing about setting big goals, staying focused is sometimes hard to do. And having people around who are driven to be better versions of themselves, and keep you motivated and keep you on task, is a very good thing. These guys will, these are people, having these kinds of people around are going to help you accomplish what you want to accomplish. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with in life. So if you're not around people who are setting goals and who are trying to achieve things and trying to develop stuff in their life, you're probably not going to accomplish them. So come join us, because every one of us in that group are. We all have goals. Some of us have some pretty big ones. There's a couple of guys in that group that have some pretty big goals that are probably going to take them a couple of years to accomplish. It's going to be fun to watch them do it along the way. It's going to be really fun to be a part of that, and you never know who you're going to come across, what they're going to teach you along the way. I mean, I'm learning stuff from some of these guys all the time, and hopefully I'm sharing some of my knowledge and getting people where they want to go as well. So anyhow, how'd you do with Christmas? Did you eat too much? Going to make that goal of losing weight for New Year's a little more difficult, as most people do through this time of the year. I know I did. But that's okay, because right now that's what it's about. Being a little bit of a calorie surplus to build some muscle, put on some weight, and get a little going. Yeah. Cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely. Do me a favor, smash the like button, drop a comment, even if it's just a, hey, how you doing? Or post a comment what your goal is. Because dropping a like doesn't cost you anything. Boost the algorithms a little bit for YouTube. I'm still small and unknown. Nobody knows who I am. So anything to get me boosted, I appreciate. But set a goal. And one thing about setting a goal is it's one thing to tell yourself, I'm going to do this. Okay, cool. What are you going to do to do it? You actually want to set a goal and accomplish it. Write it down. Tell some people about it. Maybe not everybody, but tell some people about it, what your goal is. Ask them to help keep you accountable and keep you on track. When you've got people in your life that are goal-oriented and are looking to get places, they're going to do stuff like that for you. That's one thing about anybody in life who's looking to level up and get better at anything and everything, is they all understand that goals are important and accomplishing them is hard and staying focused is difficult. And having people around who are going to help you do that, they're the difference between actually succeeding and failing. And guys that want to accomplish goals want people around them who have goals and want to accomplish them, and they're going to support them. It's a very simple reason, because supporting them supports themselves. And when you support somebody else accomplishing their goal, they're naturally going to support you back. And it's going to give you that edge to accomplish the thing you're trying to do. We're better as a team than we are individually. So all these things help. Appreciate that. Right on. Hey, see, there you go. Just simple little things, guys. Get your girlfriends, wives, whatever to subscribe. Add a couple. It just adds numbers to the overall thing. Something that I've got a couple of friends that have some small YouTube channels too. Something I do to help them out is at night when I'm going to bed, I don't turn the computer off. I leave it on all the time. So when I leave or when I go to bed, I put their video on and I turn the volume down, put it on in the background and on their channel, and I hit play all. And it runs through their videos all night. Runs a little bit of playlist. It's kind of cheating the system. I'm small enough, I don't think YouTube's going to find me and find out. But these little things help. Hey, that's cool. Right on. Taught myself to fly RC airplanes this year. Now have 6 of them. Right on. Good job. Way to go, Chris. And a helicopter next to learn. I understand, from my understanding, helicopters are hard to fly. I don't know how to fly a helicopter. Always wanted to. Had it described to me once when I looked into it when I was younger. I was thinking about going to the Air Force, never did. But that was always my thing, is I wanted to fly a helicopter. And somebody told me it was like trying to ride a unicycle upside down. So to try and do that remote control when you don't actually have the feel, that could be fun. That'd be interesting. I bet that's pretty cool. I bought a drone Actually, I bought a pair of them because there was a discount to buy two. I crashed them both. neither one stayed in the air, I think, for 45 minutes combined between the two of them put together. So that's cool, though, Chris. That's right on. I hope you get that up and running. And hey, come on out, come camping with us in the mountains this summer. Bring those things along and we'll strap a camera to them. We'll get some real cool shots. Some pretty neat stuff out here. So anyhow, if anybody's got some questions, or like I say, especially if you've got a really big goal or something for this year, I want you to call in and tell me what it is. I want you to call in and tell the world what it is. Like I said, I set my goal and I've just told everybody right here. It's now live. It's on YouTube and there's nothing I can do. I can't take this back. My goal is to break my all-time income this year, and it's going to take a shit ton of work to do it. And you get to hold me accountable. At the end of the year, you get to ask me, did I accomplish it? And I'm sure as hell hoping to sit here and say yes. And I'm hoping you come along for the ride and you have yourself a great big goal and we can cheer each other on. And so at the end of the year, we can have a goals accomplished party. I'm not getting in the middle of that. I'd like to, but some of you guys are funny in the comments. I appreciate that. The comments help drive the algorithms and get me out there a little bit, which is fun. But so what else can we talk about with goals? Breaking them down. How do you do it? It's like anything. It's, the old saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You can't take the last bite until you've taken the first one. And you can't take the last one until you take the next one. So when you've got an idea and a goal, even if it's not something you plan to accomplish this year, maybe you've got a 3-year goal or a 5-year goal, take that goal and break it down and figure out the steps and find out where in your 5-year goal is achievable for this year and set your goal about 10% above that. So you've got something even harder to try and reach and harder to try and accomplish. Give yourself that edge to push. Make yourself a sign. I'm going to order a sign and I'm going to put it on my door. So every time I walk out, I see it. I know what my goal is. And it's going to remind me every single day what I'm trying to accomplish this year, what I'm sacrificing for, what it is that I'm looking for to get out of it. I'm looking for getting my life back, my personal freedom. The business direction I'm going is location independent. So after 30 years of trucking, the one thing I've realized not being on the road anymore is I don't like having my feet nailed down to the same place all the time. So that's why I want to get this business built so I can still travel and do whatever the hell I want from where I want. So I can run my business from no matter where I am. And I can go out and visit my friends. I can go travel around and see the different places and the things. Maybe I'm going to be in your area and we'll get together, have a beer, go to the gym, work out, whatever the case may be. You guys are just too much fun. So, but when you take a really big goal and you break it down into steps, don't wait until you get to the ultimate prize to celebrate, because just like success is built on the road to failure, success is built one layer at a time. Like I've said before many times, I live near the mountains out here in the Rocky Mountains in Canada. And where you see where the ground is torn apart and the mountains are pushed up, it's an entire series of layers. And the part that we're on right now on the surface of the earth up at the top, there's like 1,000 layers beneath us. Each step along the way got a little bit higher and a little bit higher and a little bit higher. So when you take your great big goal and you break it down into your steps, when you accomplish a step, take a moment, sit back, relax, pat yourself on the back. You did a good job. Good for you. Congratulations. Celebrate that. Use that as your motivation to go and accomplish the next one. Because that way, if you stumble and you have a hard time or you fail on the next one, you still have that win in your back pocket to take with you. You have that thing that you can look back on and go, yeah, I might not have accomplished this one, but I did the one before and I realized what I did wrong trying to make this one. And I know how to get to the next one. pick yourself back up, make those steps and keep driving forward and get to that next one. Every time you make one of those steps and you keep going, you keep doing that over and over and over again, and you'll end up like I was this summer, Glacier National Park. I thought I was going to die. Oh, I was in so much pain. I had to keep stopping, taking breaks. But I refused to quit. I refused to fail. I kept pushing through the pain. My quads were burning. Good God, it was bad. Where do we go? I don't even remember what the vertical elevation was in the distance. But anyhow, got to the top. Got to the top, the glacier at the top of the mountain. And up there, it was hot, summertime, like 30 degrees out or something like that. The water was so cold that there was actually like, in the wintertime, when the water's freezing, the mud puddles are freezing, and you can see like little ice shards in it. The water was like that when it was 30 degrees on the top of the mountain of the runoff from this glacier. And I didn't quite jump in, but I did step in, took a couple of steps. It was cold. It was brutal when it was that hot. Felt really good because I was hurting really bad. And I made sure that I celebrated that success. Part of the stuff that I carry when I go hiking, I do a lot of it, is I have a Jetboil and I have a handheld espresso maker. I took some of that water from that glacier, boiled it up, and I made espresso on the top of that mountain. I kicked back and I relaxed about half of an hour, 45 minutes with an espresso, and just sat there and realized what I'd accomplished. I'm up on the top of the peak at Glacier National Park, looking around. God, you can see for miles. It's what a view. It's really cool. And the amount of layers of rock, the amount of layers and steps to that success. And along the way, there was failure and there was pain. My God, it hurt. There's probably about 3 or 4 times I sat down. I was in so much pain. I was like, I can't make it. There's just no way. After a break, letting the burn pass, realizing it's closer to the top than it is back to the bottom. So if I can make it back to the bottom, I can sure as hell make it to the top. Stood back up, took the next few steps until I couldn't anymore. Stopped and took a break, kept going again. Then I got to the top, and I got to make that espresso out of glacier water. Could be 3,000-year-old water for all we know. Been up there forever. That glacier's freaking huge. That's what it's like when you set a goal that is very painful and hard to get to. And along the way, you're going to have failures and you're going to have pauses. And then you're going to get back up and you're going to go again. And then you're going to get there. And you're going to have your espresso or whatever it is that you do, whatever is your success. Maybe you've got a plan, you want to buy a house this year. Maybe you want to buy a car, whatever that may be. Break it down and accomplish your goals along the way and celebrate them. And when you get to that ultimate one, make sure you cheer and celebrate yourself. Enjoy the process, because the process is hard. It's supposed to be. Setting goals and accomplishing them is not easy. If it was, everybody would do it. And that's the good part about setting a hard one and going out and accomplishing it, is when you've done it, you've done something almost nobody else does. Good for you. I'm proud of you. Even if I don't know about it, doesn't matter. Proud of you anyways, because you went out and you did something that most people wouldn't do. Just like I'm going to do this year. I'm going to get off my ass. I'm going to go do something I have never done this year. And that is the plan. So, Happy New Year. Go accomplish a goal. Hey, check that out. Got some new people I don't recognize commenting here. Right on. So like I say, I dropped the join link. If anybody wants to call in, join me. Let's talk about some goals. Let's talk about some failures along the way. Let's laugh at them. Let's set some big ones and go get them. I don't know what anybody else is thinking this year, but let's set some big goals and go get them. Join my community. We're going to have a chat afterwards. That's what we're talking about today. Hi, Abby. Abby's goal is to get on a camera. There's more this year. That could be some of the different direction. Might do some more stuff with her on the camera. Hey. Okay, get down. She thinks I'm talking to her when I'm talking to you guys. Absolutely. Set the flag, achieve it, reset the flag. Exactly right. That is 100%. Leave that back up there. That is 100% right. They move too fast on me. You guys are actually chatting. I like that. That's cool. Set the flag, achieve it, enjoy it. Then set the next one and keep going. That's one of the best parts. Don't you dare knock that off. Just getting playful. It's one of the best parts of accomplishing goals is when you set a big goal and you work your ass off and you get to that point and you accomplish it. That means you now know the formula to success to set the next one even higher and go for that. And the rewards just continue to get bigger and bigger and better and better. Before long, you've separated yourself. That is the ultimate accomplishment because now you have just made a better version of yourself than you ever thought you could do. One step over, next step forward. So go accomplish that goal and set the next one and make it higher. I like that very much. Well put, Amber. Anyhow, that's what I've basically got for tonight. Unless anybody wants to call in and talk about goals. 2023, we're done with COVID by the looks of things, so no more BS holding stuff back with that. Hey, I appreciate that. You're 100% right. Masculinity has declined, and we do need more advice. I appreciate the fact you think my advice is worth sharing and share it with people. I really do appreciate that because, yeah, I agree with that completely. In my opinion, it's kind of absolutely horseshit, and there's no other way to put it. The way that most people look at the world or seem to think that, you know, the softening of the society is the way to go. It's not. Weak men create hard times. Hard times create strong men. We're entering into a period of very, very hard times because there's an awful lot of weak men. So being the difference, setting those hard goals, becoming a hard man who is willing to accomplish hard things, is willing to sacrifice to get those things. Right now, you're going to be the ones that are going to reset things. And it's going to make life that much better for you. It's going to be difficult along the way because everybody is fighting against us and pushing back. But it's one thing I found about lifting weights and working out. As a fitness guy, you would know this. The more you push and the harder it is, the stronger you get. The stronger you get, the more you can push. So keep pushing. And let's push back on this because I agree with that completely. That shit needs to stop. It is high time that we, like the name of the channel, like I say, embrace masculinity, you know, embrace it. At the end of the day, we need it. I could say some things, but I'll get kicked off YouTube if I do. So I'm not going to, but yeah, I agree with that 100%. It is time. It is time for the pushback, and it is a groundswell, and it's coming, and it's time to go. And it doesn't matter. Let the rest of society fail if they want to. They're going to need us when they do. So anyhow, that's, like I say, that's pretty much what I got for tonight. Unless anybody wants to join me. Doesn't look like anybody's calling in. I'm pretty sure I dropped that join link, but anyhow, going to go join my guys, and we're going to talk about some goals in my after show when we can talk about the things we can't talk about on YouTube because we'll get kicked off because politically correct society, we're not allowed to say what we really think or what we really feel because, you know, apparently it's bad to be a strong man. So come over there because there's lots of strong men there and we're getting stronger every day. I know you're here. So anyhow, like I say, that's what I got for tonight. Doesn't look like anybody's going to join in. It's been a hell of a ride. I appreciate the support that I have got from you guys this year very much. This is a new thing for me. When did I start this? Like 3 months ago, 4 months ago, something like that. Don't even remember what it was. But I've accomplished more than I ever thought I would. This is getting more and more comfortable. It's still fun. It's work at the end of the day, but It's fun. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy connecting with you guys. I'm proud of the fact that you think I'm actually giving some good advice and or sharing it with people. That means a lot to me. I do get your comments, and I really appreciate them when I get them. Like I say, I'm kind of hyper focused on growing my business, so I may not respond to everything. But just know that I usually check these things really late at night, so I don't want to reply and wake anybody up. Or it's very early in the morning because I'm not sleeping a whole lot right now. I'm working very, very hard on what I'm doing. And but like I say, I thank you very much for your support, and thank you very much for the growth that I have had in the channel, and look forward to doing more, continuing on, and having more fun, and grow this thing even bigger next year. And maybe grow this thing big enough that we actually put some events together, which actually my group is planning one event. So if you want to come hang with some like-minded guys, join my community. Links in there, and join my Patreon. Come join my community, and we're going to go have fun in February and get to know each other on a personal level, as well as our online stuff that we do, and help each other accomplish some goals. We've got kind of a neat one we want to do in the group. We just got to try and figure out how we're going to do it, how we're going to organize it, and see if we can't get some participation from a few guys and maybe accomplish something that'd be kind of fun. Give some young guys a good chance to learn some good lessons in life. So with that, anyhow, you got 3 days. It's the 28th of December. You got 3 days to come up with your goals for what they are for next year. Break them down into your steps so you can accomplish them. So take that 1 year goal, break it out into your 4 quarters so you know where to get to. So if you achieve your first goal before the first quarter, cool. Then maybe your goal isn't big enough. You don't need to have New Year's to set goals. I set goals any time of the year. Like I said, when I decided I was going to lose weight, it was October 30th. I didn't have to wait till New Year's. If you've set a goal you want to accomplish, your start date is now. None of this waiting. Waiting is bullshit. So if you're a smoker and you want to quit smoking, put the cigarette out right now. Throw them away. You're done. You want to quit drinking? Pour it down the drain right now. You're done. You want to lose weight? You don't need to wait till New Year's. Start today. Put the cookie away. Throw it away. None of this is a waste. This is the big fallacy a lot of people have. Well, I still have cigarettes left. I still have junk food left. I still have booze left. I'll quit when this is done. Otherwise, it's a waste. No. The moment you handed your credit card over, or you handed cash over and you bought it, that was when the waste occurred. By throwing it away right now, all you're doing is acknowledging the waste. It's already a waste. It was a waste when you bought it. It's a waste sitting in your cupboard. That junk food sitting in your cupboard, the cigarettes, the booze, it's all a waste. You've already made that waste. Dump it, throw it away, get rid of that shit. The first step to accomplishing a goal is now and starting it. That's the best advice I can ever give you. And that's what I'm going to end tonight's show on. Have yourselves a great night. I'm going to. And Happy New Year. All the best to you next year. Set some big goals and go accomplish them. And let's meet each other at the finish line. Talk to you later.